When Cenat and his ex-girlfriend Gigi first got together, I remember people constantly analyzing and critiquing their relationship, and much like I said previously, the internet placed a lot of strain on their relationship. So when Cenat posted this on his story, a lot of people felt validated for how they treated Gigi. They even had claims of her cheating on Kai with the popular rapper NBA Youngboy. And from there, the smear campaign of a woman based on a relationship the internet viewed through a screen began. But now with Gigi coming back swinging with her own defense, the story started getting messy. I ain't gonna lie, it's hella tea to clock. It's some good tea too. It looks like the allegations of cheating might be phony, and it also looks like Cenat is not only getting backdoored by his own people, but his assistant Bri might even win him. Comment for the algorithm. I hope your appetite is wet, twin, because we got so much shit we have to talk about. But first things first, I feel extremely validated because if you remember, I dropped a video about streamer relationships and I brought up Cenat and Gigi and how people were quick to assume she had been using Kai. And I also talked about the negative comments and consistent vitriol she was receiving, despite the fact that this was coming from people who were not intimately a part of their connection. And because of that, I made the argument that this would cause strain to the relationship. And seeing how the internet has basically forced Gigi to come and defend herself, and seeing how it's played a part and why they didn't work out, it just shows me I was onto something. But I also want to say, Cenat being very public about his breakup with Shorty kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I never spoke on it, and I was considering making a video on it because when you announce a breakup in the manner he did, you're just setting up the person you're referring to for the biggest lynching of their life. Cenat is the biggest streamer on the planet, next to Speed, and publicly sad posting about your breakup with Shorty only serves to set her up for a hate campaign. And then mind you, all this is happening and she's like getting NBA Youngboy cheating allegations. It was just really messed up for Gigi and seemed very careless on his part. But I can't even say careless because look, Cenat got $1 million PR team working night and day and he's doing stuff like that. It just seems hella petty, especially considering what we're covering from Gigi today. And mind you, you're gonna see she obviously still loves this nigga. But first things first, we need to start with the cheating / Bri saga. And oh my goodness, this is about to be a long ass video.
I done cheated on him with Youngboy, then it went to Youngboy bought the G-Wagon, then it went to she's pregnant with his baby. So many different things, but I don't even fucking know this man. I don't know Youngboy. First of all, y'all even putting me in a situation with a married man is so fucking disrespectful. Like, I don't know what Youngboy and his wife or what Youngboy and his family do or how they move, but I know how Gabrielle fucking move. Gabrielle ain't dealing with no wife. Mind you, I've always said I'm not ready for kids and I'm not dealing with no with kids. I'm sorry, like, my first has to be your first. Why the fuck would I step out on my boyfriend who don't have half the shit going on? No disrespect to him or his family, but that this man got going on. Why the fuck would I go mess with a man who has what? I don't know, 20 kids, 15 baby mamas, and a wife? First of all, Kai knows I don't play that cheating shit. I'm the type of I'm going through everything that you got. I done seen so many people say, oh my gosh, what was in Gigi's phone that Kai seen? Not a motherfucking thing. My phone damn near ain't even had no password on it. The way that knew my password to like, I told this, if you believe any of that bullshit, you could take my phone to the fucking DEA, had them strip this motherfucker down. Matter of fact, take both of them.
I don't know if I sped this up. It depends on how I was feeling at the time, but I know I let Shorty just talk her shit. Either this was extremely well rehearsed or I'm easily moved, but this was one of the best responses I've seen on the internet in a little bit. The way she was articulating herself, delivery, it was just doing what it had to do. Even the reasoning Gigi was given was pretty sound to me. She said she doesn't want to deal with a nigga with all that baggage, and she even offered Kai the opportunity to look through her phone. Out of all the stream nigga news I've covered, Gigi is the most well-spoken person that's been part of the drama. A lot of these niggas be lacking the ability to articulate themselves. I vividly remember hearing a lot of jokes about how Kai needs to check that phone, about how Kai seen something in that phone he don't want to see. Even my homies in my personal life be making jokes about going through it with your girl and turning into Cenat. But now we're hearing information on the contrary. But Gigi gave even more context to this whole Youngboy cheating scandal. She said that Kai sent her a ChatGPT response that made her seem like a simp ass, and then he wouldn't even tell her the source of it.
This whole thing started over academics supposedly post or whatever. I don't know. This is what I was sent, right? Mind you, it's not a screenshot. It's just a copy and pasted message, right? And like I said, this is supposedly what I said to Youngboy. I don't know where the f this message came from, but let me read it. I just can't do this anymore. You don't care about me. I tell you how I feel all the time. You just look over it. Coming to Vegas, seeing you only for a day, then you have your security telling me that I could leave it. I'm ready to go, question mark. I made up a whole lie to Kai, and he said, sound familiar? I said, no. Did you just fucking chat GPT me? He claims he copied and pasted the message from the messages, but he can't show me the proof that he has because it's gonna give away his source. And like I told him, if you feel as though your source then told you some truth, why would I care who your source is? Your source is fucking lying. I didn't type. First of all, I told him, I said, I don't even talk to you like that. And your source is dead ass wrong. Whoever the fuck typed that shit up, or ChatGPT, whoever the fuck did any of those things, why the fuck would you make me sound like a simp ass on a married man phone? Mind you, I got my own at home that I don't even talk like that to.
I also want to point out, throughout the response, Gigi makes it pretty clear she was heavily a part of Kai's life and she loved him. And in the video, she doesn't even really speak poorly of Kai, despite the fact that I'd say he was moving pretty petty. And that really means something to me, because if she was the villain that the internet was trying to portray her as, I don't think she'd be letting her feelings for Kai permeate her response. Gigi calling out the validity of the source and the fact that it wasn't a screenshot but a copy-pasted message of what she allegedly said prompted Bri's manager to come back at Gigi, and it's a very wordy response. And I didn't really go over it yet, but Gigi has been insinuating that Kai's relationship with Bri is low-key questionable, and Kai has made her far too comfortable inserting herself in their relationship issues. This is Bri's response to that, and she talks about a Finsta guy, and she leaks a voice recording between the Finsta guy and Gigi.
Gigi said how much what?
Nah, talking shit. Alright, bet.
What's your story? Tell me your story.
Bro, the story is, having called, you was on the phone, y'all asked me if she had.
I called, dumbass, because you fucking up. You fucking up. I called. He seen my name in your phone, so I called. You hadn't told me to add you to the call. You're saying he added you to the call.
Alright, what if he got, what if he have, you know, in my call log, no, like, it don't show that he said 3-way regular call, because like, it's not a base sound, so like.
No, but if I add you to a call, it don't say, like, you have to start the call on the 3-way for it to say. But if I add you, it'll just say me, like I called you.
I'm not gonna lie, twin, Bri ate this one little thing, because if I know something about women, they be going for show. And this sounds like going. Something is not adding up. Why do you need to get your story straight with your friend? Rehearsing stories is very crazy, and it's starting to sound like the boy best method. I know some niggas that play the role of boy best friend, and I'm just saying this is seeming a little too familiar. I will say though, Gigi did drop a response admitting that she crossed a boundary, but this is not the full story, because Cenat ended up having a shorty in his crib at 5 a.m. I take this as get back, I'm presuming, and because of this, Gigi called it even. But in my opinion, the weirdest thing that comes from this response that Gigi posted on her story was the message that she claimed Bri sent to Kai. We gonna get through this. It hurts me when you're hurt. You deserve to be with somebody that loves you. Nigga, my tripping, that's like going. If you've been around women when they be going, this is literally the universal goer language. If Bri is talking to Kai like this raises eyebrows for me. And I really question like professionalism. This is kind of weird. I don't know if I'm getting caption baited, but this is apparently Bri's response to Gigi and Kai's breakup.
Thank the Lord it didn't work out. That's all I can say. So you don't need to get married right now. Your brain's not even fully developed, okay? It doesn't fully develop till you're 25. You're just not the same person in the future. So like it just doesn't make sense.
That seemed like goer politics, twin. After Bri leaked the Finsta guy video, she also posted this screenshot of an alleged DM from Gigi to Youngboy, the same copy-pasted text from Kai that she read, but Gigi immediately called it out as fake due to inconsistent Instagram UI. Instagram can have varying UIs, so that's not concrete proof that it's fake. I do believe the screenshot is fake though for two reasons. Number one, it's incredibly low quality, and then on top of that, if this is Gigi to Youngboy, how did they get Youngboy's perspective? That wouldn't make sense, because academics claim Youngboy told him he didn't even hit up Gigi, and he doesn't even like how people are trying to paint him out to be this guy that's just sleeping with streamers' women.
You know, I was trying to reach out to you. I don't know if you changed your number. Come on, man. Like, nobody hates you. Like, we fuck with you. You know you my guy. Holla back at niggas, man. You know, when that rumor came out about YB, I reached out to you. I felt, I don't know if you changed your number, whatever. But I'm letting you know, YB try to reach out to you? He tried to reach out to you to let you know he ain't never did nothing with your girl neither. I'll let you know he feel that wasn't receptive. Like, you know, he was trying to let you know, like, hey, whatever they saying online, that's not true. Again, he's just not a nigga that wanna, like, yeah, the internet's gonna be like, yeah, he fucking everybody. Nah, he ain't. That's not his character. He don't want to go a streamer's girlfriend just to say he did it.
So not only did niggas smear Gigi over a lie, Youngboy himself wasn't messing with it, because that's just a weird thing to put on a person. So overall, the Bri/cheating saga can be looked at like this. Gigi didn't cheat with Youngboy based on the dude's own testimony, based on the fact he was trying to personally reach out to Kai, and then on top of that, you have really shaky evidence from Bri, and even the timeline doesn't make sense. I didn't show this clip, but Bri talks about only having one trip to Vegas, and this was when she was 16. That wouldn't line up with the whole, you know, cheating thing. And as far as the Finsta guy stuff goes, they worked that out privately. It's only so much I can say, especially when Kai himself kept dating her after that. He was happy with his method of get back. So that really only leaves Bri's behavior. And in my opinion, I think that's a little questionable. You know, I'm joking a little bit, calling her a goer, but the stuff I'm seeing in that video of her celebrating just seems too questionable for me. I don't know if this still falls under professional. You guys should really be the judge of that. It's giving goer energy. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am though. Now let's quickly get some things out the way. Starting with the fact Gigi addresses this whole using Kai narrative.
Before Kai, I was getting shit. Like, I been had shit. I been told y'all this. Shit been going on. Why the fuck would I get in a relationship with somebody and then not want the shit that I've been already getting before I was with him? Y'all don't want to know the type of cars I was asking for my sweet 16. Like, I was a 16-year-old driving a Benz. I was a 14, 15-year-old driving my parents' luxury cars to school. Y'all don't know me. Like, the fuck, if I ask my nigga for some shit, that's between me and my nigga. As soon as we would put y'all in our business a little bit, y'all would take that shit and just run with it like I ain't never had shit before.
Honestly, not much I can say for real. If you're raised a certain way, that shapes how you perceive the world and what you expect. For rich niggas, they're gonna expect these grandiose gifts. And what can we say? Shorty evidently grew up rich. And if she has a rich man, she's gonna want rich things. But most importantly, whatever goes on in their relationship is their prerogative. But I agree with Gigi when she was expressing what I perceived as giving someone an inch and them going a mile. And instead of someone, it's the audience. They let them inside of the relationship. Letting the internet into your relationship just makes them entitled to everything. Things like expectations are being questioned by people who aren't even in the club. People making these assumptions on what Gigi even has. And I said it in my other video, that woman is paid. I don't really personally view her as a clout chaser or someone using Kai. Another thing we need to talk about is Gigi hinting at some kind of weird information regarding Rakai.
And then I can't speak on Rakai because he's a child. But if I could speak to Rakai's mother, Rakai would be back in fucking Syracuse. Best believe.
Based off of how she's implying her information, it seems the stuff I've been talking about in the videos might have some weight to it. And it really feels validating because outside of the money, I've been trying to just get the point across that Rakai is around some low vibrational people, and especially given the fact he's a young black man, I think he needs a little more guidance than just wealth and a bunch of older dudes who aren't even trying to mentor him for real. Gigi also spoke on the fact that the Clover Boys did not buy their house and how they're basically using Kai.
We did, but no, the fuck y'all didn't. Hello, it's me speaking. Gigi, I know the real. Y'all did not buy that house. Y'all ain't buy that house. Y'all ain't furnish that house. Y'all ain't do shit for that house. Now y'all do pay the maintenance on the house or the security on the house. Yes, as y'all should. Y'all live in it. But that house was bought by him. That house was furnished by him. So what's funny now? What are we laughing at now? Y'all all just got a really nice fucking chain for the mafia-thon. But when I'm out buying APs for his birthday, where the fuck were y'all? I didn't see y'all at the dinner. Y'all ain't get no gift.
It's really funny how everyone was coming at Gigi for being kind of like a gold digger or whatnot. But based off what she's saying, it seems like she's trying to stand up for Kai because his friends are leeches. All this money that he be dropping on them and the bare minimum can't even be fulfilled. They didn't even show up to his birthday dinner. But now we're going to get to the weirdest part of this whole saga, and it's the DTB Dez and Deshae Frost part. Because Gigi said both of these niggas had been trying to get with her in the past. And Dez was even trying to get with Gigi after after a short split she had with Kai.
Mind you, me and his sister were best friends from when we were like 13, 14 years old until 21. Deshae had been trying to fuck with me since I was like 13, 14 years old, since I met them. And Des, you thought shit was so funny, thought shit was so cool, thought shit was so cute, right? You were so happy that your friend is now not in a relationship. But Des, you also were trying to fuck with me. It's so crazy how the niggas that are his friends that got up here laughing, thinking shit cute, thinking shit funny, and spoke on it was the niggas trying to fuck with me. Watching my shit on Instagram. After me and your mans then broke up, right? But you think shit so cool, you think shit so funny. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? Now that I remember, when I first started fucking with Kai, and he did some shit that really bothered me, and I stopped fucking with him. As soon as I stopped fucking with him, you was DMing my friend, telling my friend that you wanted to fuck with me. Not knowing by the time you were DMing her, me and Kai hadn't already made up and came back together on some shit. So I let him know, like, yo, your friend don't know that we fuck with each other? And he said he do, but he asked me why. And I let him know, your friend is DMing my friend to try to fuck with me. He told me he checked you on that. Like, Des, you be so happy thinking that y'all friend is now single.
There's just so much stuff to go over. But first things first, both Deshae and Des are 25. Gigi claimed that Deshae tried to mess with her since she was 13 and 14. And that's obviously gross, but I won't focus on that too much because Gigi has the receipts for Des. Here's the screenshots of him and Gigi's DMs. And first things first, I just want to know, why is he talking to himself in her DMs? And I also want to know why he was doing this to a 17-year-old when he was 20.
I believe this screenshot is purely damage control. I find it suspicious that these screenshots dropped today of all days, being used to spread hate on Gigi. Maybe it is to distract us from the fact that Des was in Gigi's DMs back in 2021. Let's do some quick math. If Des turned 25 today and Gigi's birthday is January 21st, 2004, that means he allegedly was messaging her as a 20-year-old and she was 17, which is crazy.
This means at the age of 20, Des was sending this to an underage girl. And not to mention, based on Gigi's testimony, we got her saying this dude was actively trying to backdoor Kai, knowing he and her got back together. Someone needs to investigate Des because the proof is right there. This is incredibly weird in my opinion.
Where's the proof that I've done any of this? I'll put my last dollar on the line if a motherfucker could show me, including him. If a motherfucker can show me that I done messed with young boy. Now it's rumored I got a pink G-Wagon. I'm waiting on that motherfucker. I seen somebody say I'm pregnant. I'm not about to have a 14 child. My first needs to be my niggas first. Yes, I thought me and this was gonna be together for a long ass time. I thought this was gonna be my husband. Like, I genuinely love the fuck out of him. But I'm single now, and at the end of the day, this shit all over the internet, and my future husband actually sees this shit. Babe, this is a message to my future husband. I am not a cheater.
This is the final clip I wanted to show because as far as I'm concerned, Gigi doesn't really seem like the type of person they're painting her out to be. I think she obviously loves Kai. I also think she didn't cheat with YB. And regarding the incident with the Finsta dude, Kai and Gigi worked that out in private. I think it's a little weird, but that's really not my business.
What did he say?
I think Des needs to be investigated because why are you talking to yourself in a 17-year-old's DMs at 20? That's weird. Bri, personally, I think you're going for Kai because you lack boundaries. Because if you really don't want him, you're not doing a good job at showing it. And Bri, I'm hearing you got a boyfriend, so I'm praying for that nigga. Generally speaking, the internet's pretty lame when it comes to relationships, and as soon as these influencers let the internet inside of their relationship, it marks it for death. But don't make videos on these observations or your parasocial and drama slot farming. I'm trolling. But that's really all I had to say though. Subscribe for more unsolicited opinions. Y'all niggas be blessed. I'm gonna get up out of here. Bye bye.